to all my YouTubers. There we go. How is everyone today? Yesterday was a stinking hot day, and today, guys, it is totally pissing down out here on the Gold Coast. Like really wet weather. Be a top of 22 degrees today, which is it's a mild weather. It's not too bad. It's not too hot. But yeah, it is a bit of a wet day. It's as they say in Australia here, it's good weather for ducks, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it is pretty it's pretty wet. Videos that are coming out today, there's a couple of old videos, as you guys would know, that I've posted. There is one more video coming out today that will be coming out soon when it's uploaded. Also like to thank everyone for supporting the channel and being a subscriber to the channel. Thank you so much. Stephanie is coming today, as far as I know. So hang on, which wants to come up here? You want to come up here, boy? There we go. Dog wants to come up here. Yeah. So that's happening today. The dog's Ricky here. There you go, fella. Move your tail out the way so you don't get that in your weedy bit. So yeah, that's happening today. So it'll be good to see Stephanie today. Good morning. Hi. Good to see all the subscribers jumping in. Hi. Sorry I didn't stay on here long yesterday. I was, over on the TikTok channel for most of my time. It was a very hot day yesterday, so I didn't quite get to do many live streams because it was just too hot to sit outside here. It was like 36 degrees, and it was really like cooking. I managed to get out here in the afternoon, but I went straight over to the TikTok channel. Reason being because I wanted to talk to Hamish, as you know, to catch up with what's going on with the channel and and all this sort of stuff. So I did go over there for a bit. I can now mention that there will be no more. That is wet. It is wet. Weather forecast 37 degrees. Feels like 30. Oh, you on the Gold Coast, mate, are you? I'm presuming you're on the Gold Coast if you're telling me that the weather is going to be 37, or are you down in Melbourne, or where? If you can confirm that for me, then I'll be appreciated to know. We are on the Sunshine Coast. Oh, that's what you aren't you that guy? 1 a.m. Aren't you that guy that lives in Coolum or somewhere, or Kings Beach? I know someone has been on my channel that lives in Kings Beach. I don't know if you're the same person that lives in Kings Beach. If you are, just please, Butch. Always got it on your paw, huh? Oh, man, Butch. Far out, Butch. Sorry about this, guys. My dog has decided. Oh man, to eat his Weetabix on his fur. Look, move your paws. Look here. I'll hold it. You eat. No, I'm not. Okay. Butch, I have to cut that fur now because you've got joys be me. Anyway, what was I going to say? I can now tell you all who is his boyfriend is. His name's Matthew. I have got permission to tell you that. His name is Matthew. The mystery man is Matthew. She said to me, oh, you can tell it if you want. This was a couple of days ago now, when she was talking to me. She said, oh, I don't care. So his name is Matthew. So that is his boyfriend's name. I won't be talking with you anymore, by the way, guys. People that do wondering what's going on about that situation. Have you resolved that situation yet, Big Pete? Sadly, no, I haven't. Not for want of trying. Not a want of trying. I don't seem to be able to get through to her, which is really, really sad. I do try to make my peace with her, and I wish her all the best on her channels. I hope she does brighten up, and she's she changed. I don't know if it's because Hamish was on here and he's you know, she feels a bit threatened by that, or you know, whatever it is. I mean, it is sad when that happens, that a mate turns on another mate like that. It really is. You don't expect that to happen in everyday life, sort of thing. But these things do happen. And I was telling everyone in the last live stream I done, things do happen in life, guys. You can't predict what's going to happen in life. These things, what do you call it? They're made to test you. Let's put it this way. Nothing ever runs smoothly, guys. There's always, you know, whatever you do in life, there's always obstacle, you know, a coursing that you've got to go around it to try and fix things. So, yeah, there's always an obstacle. I can't get the word out, that you've got to go round to try and fix things. And I honestly did try, and I was very hurt. I've got to admit that I was very hurt for a number of days, guys. Because, you know, you're not, you know, as I said, I'm not going over it again. We were friends for more than a year. Izzy helped me start this channel. She always would come in and say, please like and subscribe to the channel. And that was really cool. But the thing I didn't like about what Izzy was doing is she wouldn't tell her partner. Like when she was on a live stream, like with me or whoever, she didn't tell her partner and say, well, look, you know, I've got this friend now, Peter. I talked to him on his live stream. You know, I wanted her just to be honest. But when she said, oh, SpongeBob, she nicknamed him SpongeBob because, you know, she didn't really want to tell me his name was Matthew. She told me, oh, he's not interested in YouTube, he's not in... But and I said, well, but, you know, I did say to her, well, tell him anyway that you are talking to me on YouTube. And I told her this a while ago, so then he didn't, you know, he didn't get the wrong idea, or not that I'm scared of him, that he didn't get the wrong idea, and he knows what Izzy's doing, because I believe in a relationship, honesty is the best policy. And, you know, it just worried me that she was keeping all these secrets from him, because at the end of the day, you don't keep these secrets from people. You got to tell them what it's, you know, who you're talking to. It's only, yeah, stay with me. It's only common sense that you tell someone, oh, by the way, you know, I don't know, a lot of people probably not agreeing, saying, oh, Pete, you know, but sometimes you've got to keep these things secret. Sometimes the partner doesn't understand. And I get this. I do get this. I do 100% get this, guys. I really do. But at the end of the day, I've always been brought up with this outlook in life. Honesty is the best policy. I like people to be honest. I don't like people that are having secrets, and then, you know, that it all comes back on this channel. Oh, you know, he wasn't very happy that I was talking with you, Peter. I should have told him. And that, you know, all I'm saying is, if anyone, you know, is out there, and, you know, because Izzy was a great mate. You all knew and loved her. You really did all love her, and I do appreciate that. And I've got nothing against Izzy. I've personally got nothing against Izzy. You know, a lot of people may think, you know, there seems to be a hate complaint, campaign going on about Izzy. No, there isn't. Izzy was a true and dear friend. Nothing more, nothing less. I know a lot of people thought that Izzy and I were an item. She wasn't an item. She's got a partner. I don't reckon he's the right partner for her. But, again, that's her decision. That's nothing to do with me. You know, certain things, you know, don't add up, but we won't go there. Izzy was a great friend. The only trouble was she was getting to the stage where she didn't want my advice. She never asked my advice, and when she jumped down my throat that day, it was like someone, as I said, giving a slap across the face with a wet fish. No, that was not me. Before people say, was that you, Pete? No, it was not me. I don't do those noises that loud. There you go, guys. For people that are wondering, Pete, was it you that let one rip? Fortunately, guys, I'm not that loud, mate. Okay. Someone's saying, okay, thank you. Whoop. That's a car. So anyway, yeah, well, that's what happened. And moving on, on the channel, I do want to find someone that can manage the channel. And a lot of people are probably asking, wondering to themselves, is he ever going to come back? The only way that Izzy will come back to any of my channels is if she apologises to me face to face and say to me, I should not have said the things I said to you. You're a true mate, and I apologise. That's the only way that I'll have her back on the channel, is if she just apologises to me and says sorry. I'll learn to take the joke about the Commodore, and then yes, I might consider having her back on the channel with me. I'm like me. If I upset someone, I apologise to them straight away. That's just the way. It's just the way that I work. Do you play Wonder? Do I do something? I'm sorry, I'm not that good at reading questions. I do apologise. But if you're a new subscriber, please do let us know. Usually my support people, when they come, they help me read the questions, so I do apologise about that. No malice intended. I do apologise, my friends. In a way, sometimes I think to myself, it sort of is good for me to sort of not be able to read some questions sometimes, because then I really don't know what people are saying to me sometimes, which can work in a good way, because sometimes you don't want to hear when people are being rude to you, or just saying this to you or saying that to you. So sometimes it is better that I can't read some questions. And I do apologise. It makes me feel a bit awkward, because I can't read you guys' questions that well. I mean, I read good morning and stuff like that, and where you're from and stuff like that. I do read those sort of questions, and I know a lot of people may wonder on the channel, why do you ignore everybody? I don't ignore everybody. Don't get me wrong, I don't ignore everybody. It's just that when you've got ADHD and autism, it makes it very hard to read the questions that are put to you. Especially when you do struggle with your reading, it makes it very hard for me to read questions and that does very much, it does hurt me a lot. I'd like to communicate with you guys. I'd like to be able to read your questions and answer your questions and all that. And it as I said time and time again, it does take a lot of courage to start a YouTube channel and to have the subscribers that I've got. I'm blessed for all you subscribers that are here. Good morning, Hamish. That are all here. I'm blessed for all my subscribers, and sometimes the reading part does give me a bit of a back seat. I am working on it. Did you hear the joke about? I'm going to probably stuff this up. Did you hear the joke about construction? I'm still working on it. Yeah, anyway, I do tell jokes occasionally. Not most of the time, but sometimes I do try to crack a joke. So like I said, Izzy makes a public apologise to me on the TikTok channel, has the guts to come up and say to me, Pete, I'm sorry what I said. Then we'll take it, one step, from there. A mate's a mate, I know that, and a lot of people will be saying, but yes, he has been good to you, Pete. He did help you out with this. He did. You are completely right. You are not, say, with me completely, out there, but I do want, her just to say sorry. I'll take a joke about the Commodore. I will, be more understanding, and sort of I don't want her to think that she's better than me by saying, oh, you got to find a disability girlfriend because you've got disabilities. Well, I'm sorry to put this out there, but Izzy has got ADHD and other problems too. So just because she said she's found a boyfriend, his name Matthew, that she's happy with, You know, there's no need to sort of make me feel small by saying you need to find a girl with disabilities. That's you know, it's no good. You don't say that to a friend. I'm always believed in, and this is the way my father's brought me up. Always find someone better than you to help you. You know, if it be a girlfriend, if it be a friend, you always got to find someone better to help you, someone that understands you and stuff like that. Not someone that's going to constantly put you down and, you know, and sort of trash you and sort of, you know, do that. And you know, I was also very hurt about that she came out and said that to me. I mean, she's no better. She may, you know, joke around and laugh and all that. Fair enough. But end of the day, Izzy, you know better than me, love. You know, you got ADHD, you got autism. I can tell from what you were saying to me. I can tell, and you know, so you know, don't try. All I'm asking you, Izzy, is don't try to be better than me. You know, you're on the same level as me. You may be able to write a bit better. That's great. I'm happy for you. But please, you know, don't put me down on the channel saying you've got to find a disability girlfriend. There's disability groups. What about you? You didn't find your partner from a disability group. You went online and found him. So don't try and be bigger than what you say you are. That's all I'm saying, Izzy, because I don't like your attitude towards what you said to me about me finding a disability girlfriend. Why can't I find a new a normal girlfriend? Well, what is wrong with that, Izzy? I mean, come on, you know, there's no need to be bitchy like that, you know. Fair enough, your partner hasn't got any problems. He provides for you, fair enough. But, you know, Izzy, never ever say that to me again, my girl. Because, hey, how do we know that your boyfriend really cares about you? He might have had enough of you. How do you know that? Anyway, forget about that. Let's move on. Hamish, have you got the keys yet for that Commodore? You were meant to have them yesterday at 4 o'clock. Did it turn up yesterday or what? Hamish and I were joking. We're keeping the joke going. But I'm sorry to put that out there, guys. I had to get that off my chest because it was really bugging me. Because a lot of people on the YouTube and TikTok are sort of taking sides. They're saying, well, Pete, you know, you've got to give her a go. As I said, she apologises to me and Hamish on YouTube for what she said to us and stops being a smart ass. That probably will be a different story. But I gave her 2 chances. You know, all I can say is, if she says something to me again that really bugs me, then I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna just let it rip on the internet, on the internet, on my TikTok or wherever I am. If she says something bad to me, I'm just gonna say to her, Izzy, get off the YouTube live or the TikTok live. I don't want you no more. Just go away. That's all I'm gonna say to her if she starts ripping into me like that again, because you know, there's certain things you say to friends on your YouTube and your TikTok channel. I understand she's got problems. I've got problems. I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I am perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect. I am what I am. My jokes are shithouse. We all know this. The man in the closet, he writes the jokes, and you know, at the moment he's no longer with me either. But no, getting down to things, I am fairly happy, guys. I know who my true friends are on the channel, and I know that you guys have got me back, and I really do. And I don't say this enough on the channel. I've really got all the love and respect for the people that do follow this channel, and they do like the channel, and they are helping me on the channel, and they're doing the right thing by me. I do love and respect you, and thank you so much, guys, that are subscribing to the channel, and long-term subscribers that have been subscribed to this channel for a number of, for almost over a year, or from the start when this channel started. Yes, that is the tennis behind me. I very much do appreciate you guys for sticking around for all the drama. Kookaburra Man said to me the other day, he said, Pete, your channel now is like a TV soap the young and the restless. And I tell you, he's got a good point there. I think he hit the nail on the head when he said that, because it is becoming to be like the young and the restless on this YouTube and the TikTok channel, because there's always dramas that are happening, and I think that is very, very true. That it is like the young and the restless on the channel, because it is very, very hard to sort of run a channel when you've got people that are certain are trying to put you down on your channel. But now Kookaburra Man has got the right thing when he says it is like the young and the restless. What he's meaning by that, there's always a drama on the channel, and there's always something that that I've got to go and sort out, and this doesn't feel right, that doesn't feel right, and I'm always sort of, what do you call it, piggy in the middle sort of thing, if you know what I mean. Oh, look at Pete. Pete's got to go and sort that out. That doesn't work. And to tell you the truth, guys, I do feel a bit like piggy in the middle sometimes, because sometimes I feel, how do I say it? I open my mouth sometimes, and sometimes my words don't come out the way I want. I do have trouble expressing my feelings. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I do have trouble with my feelings, expressing them, and how I should act and stuff like that. That's only natural, guys. That is only natural to be that way when you've got ADHD and autism. Because most people really don't understand what is ADHD like to live with. It's, as I said, one of the lives I done, I don't know when it was a while ago. It's like being on the highway and you're stuck in fifth gear, and you get off the highway and you're still in that fifth gear, and it's very hard to get out of that gear. That's what ADHD is like, because you're always overthinking. Did I do this right? Did I say that right? Sort of thing. And sometimes you go into denial, sort of thing. Oh, was that the right thing for me to say, or shouldn't I have said that? And by the time you said that, then, and this is what Izzy's problem is. By the time she said what she said, she lost me as a friend. Because she's never talked to me like that before, and it was no good of her. It was no good of her to blame Hamish, putting all the blame on Hamish, saying, oh, it's Hamish's fault. He was the one who started all this. He didn't say. He only had a joke about a Commodore. Now let's get this right. You got a Commodore sitting in your driveway. You're not using it. You're on your learner's permit. You tell people on TikTok it's going to take you 3 years to get your license. What are people meant to think? People are going to think, well, why did you buy the car first? Why didn't you get your license first? See if you're capable enough of driving that car. It takes a lot of guts to drive a car. You can't just, if you're not capable of driving a motor vehicle, just don't get in one. And from what she said with the headaches that she's been getting and stuff like this, I would not be in the same car as her. And don't get me wrong, Izzy's okay, but I wouldn't be in the same car as her if that's the case. I would be getting tested first to make sure if she's capable enough of driving the motor vehicle, especially a Commodore. I mean, a V6 Commodore, and you've never driven a car like that in your lifetime. I mean, you're going to put yourself at risk and other public people at risk. I do reckon they should make her go for an actual test to see if she is capable enough of driving a motor vehicle. Never mind her saying, oh yeah, I'm going to do it one day. I mean, it was a bit stupid to buy a car for $1,000 and you're not going to use it. I mean, sense will tell you, if you're 100% sure that you are going to be able to drive the vehicle, then, good on you. I mean, I take my hat off to you. But if you're not 100% sure that you can drive a motor vehicle and you are going to have trouble getting into the car and driving it and have confidence and not have panic attacks, because panic attacks do happen for people with ADHD when they're learning how to drive. Me, before I had my support work, I used to get panicky when I got into my other car I used to have, and it sometimes does happen to you. So I do think that Izzy made a grave mistake buying that car before she got a license, before she probably realised, well, hang on, because I know that a lot of her friends were probably encouraging her, oh, you can drive a car, you can drive a car, there'll be no problem about that, you can do this, you can do that. But sometimes you can over-encourage someone and they're not really ready for it yet. You know, they haven't got the confidence. Like, it's easy enough to say, you know, to go on a main road and to do what you've got to do on a main road. And sometimes it takes a lot of guts to get out on the main road and do what you have to do and judge the situation, like in the wet weather and stuff like that. And I do believe with Izzy, those situations that will eventuate with that car, I can't see that car lasting too long. Izzy does, you know, drive it, because he's going to get nervy and bang, and it'll be over Red Rover, and that's what worries me. I mean, if I was her partner, I would have said to her, let's get your license first. Let's work on your license, get that out of the way. If you think you can drive a motor vehicle and you've got the encouragement and you feel safe and you think you can do that, well then fair enough. We will go out, and then we will buy you a decent car, not a car for $1,000 that's got 307,000 kilometres on the clock and needs a ton of work done to it, you know, and the partner doesn't have time to do this because he's always fixing other people's cars. So, you know, I do reckon I do reckon that's what should have been said to her. Never mind, is he saying, oh, Matthew didn't make me buy the car. I bought the car because I wanted to. But why would you buy a car if you didn't have a license? You only had a learner's permit, and it was going to take you 3 years. And, you know, don't make cracks to us about, you know, Hamish and I coming to collect your exhaust rubbish. We're not the rubbish people here, is he? We don't collect rubbish, okay? If you want someone to collect your rubbish, you phone the scrap yard. I'm sure there'll be the people that will come and collect your rubbish for you. You know? There you go. A lot of people may think I'm being a bit harsh, but I am being a bit harsh. I look at, I've had 35 years, or 33 years now, liar, me, 33 years of driving, right? I didn't buy a car before I had my learner's permit. I didn't. I got my license, and it was 2 years after that. I shared my father's car for a year to 2 years. It was a Daihatsu Sarad. We bought it brand new together. Partnership, half and half. We bought the car together, right? I learnt how to drive that car with my father before I went out and bought myself a car, because maybe I would have passed the driving test, maybe I wouldn't have. I wanted to be 100% sure that I could drive a motor vehicle before I went out and bought one. And a lot of people sometimes don't think of that. They think, oh, well, I'll go and buy the vehicle first. But I'm not quite sure if I can go and get the license. But hey, that doesn't matter. We'll still go and buy it anyway. And, you know, and this is what I was trying to do, is give experience and say to her, well, look, you know, my opinion was, and then that's when she goes, oh, no, I don't want your opinion. Well, you know, a mate gives you an opinion. If you take it, that's great. If you don't want to take it, that's fine. Also, you know, because in life, you can't be rude to everyone you see that gives you an opinion, because it's going to be a very, very sad life for you. You know, people are going to say, oh, this person can't take advice, he can't take criticism. And, you know, it's not, you know, to me it's not really right. I mean, I do watch sometimes Izzy's videos, and hang on, this video's been uploaded. Hang on, guys, I'll be back in a sec. Monetize the last video that needed to be monetized over the YouTube studio to make sure that video does come out for you guys. So I done that, and I'm quite happy for that video to come out. We'll go for 11 minutes. And yeah, I hope everyone is understanding the situation, you know, why I'm, you know, upset about certain things, and why I do put myself out here and tell it like it is, because at the end of the day, you know, sometimes you've got to forgive people for making mistakes, but sometimes I can see, because I've worked with disability people in workshops like me with ADHD and autism and stuff like that. Some of my best friends had autism, ADHD like me, and other, you know, disabilities as well, let's put it this way. And I can tell when someone's capable enough of driving a motor vehicle and when they're not capable enough of driving a motor vehicle. And you have got to be, say with me, you have got to be pretty, out there to drive a motor vehicle. You've got to have the common sense, because you've got to know what he's got to do before he knows what he's going to do. And the way that Izzy was saying to me about not be able to go in a simulator because he gets headaches. I mean, what's he going to be like if she gets in a car and she gets a headache and she's in the middle of the traffic? That is not going to be good times, is it? So, you know, I don't know what is going to happen, guys. I really don't. I am scared for her. I am very scared for her. Because I do reckon I know why Izzy bought that Commodore. She wanted to impress her partner, and you know, and all this. Sometimes in life it doesn't work out. Hey, Mum, do you need to go and get those glasses today or what?
Glasses?
Your eyes. Remember the glasses.
No, what's wrong with your glasses?
You're gonna. Oh, fair enough.
I don't know.
Alright. Oh, morning. How are ya? Welcome to the live stream. How are ya? Yes, I am bagging people out today. I'm telling stories like it is because I want people to understand that driving a motor vehicle is not an easy thing to do. And it's called Pete's Point of View. So I hope you... Oh, thank you so much. Good morning, how are you? You sound... I am happy. What do you call it? I'm happy-go-lucky. Butch is right here with me. He's sitting here with me. Just, you know, it's... Because yesterday, we couldn't do much live streaming. It was just too hot to do live streaming. It was funny. I'll explain it to you. I went out yesterday afternoon, just out here to check the letterbox, to see what was in the mailbox and that, right? And the sky was, how do I explain it? It was like a yellow colour. It was like a yellow colour, and the concrete where the bricks are was a totally different colour. I've never seen a colour like that before. It was like it was a yellowy colour, and I've never seen that before. And I found it quite interesting actually, because yesterday was a real stinker of a day, and I mean stinker. It was like boiling hot sort of weather, you know what I mean? And it's funny that this day here today feels like it's like Melbourne weather. It's dropped so much in degrees, and that's what made me laugh, because it was 36 right yesterday, and today it's only about 22 degrees, and I'm thinking to myself, am I in the right state here? Because 1 minute it's been really hot, and like today it's pretty mild. When I say mild, it's not too hot, not too cold. It's just the right temperature, if you know what I mean. And no, I'm not the weather expert. Before people say, "Are you the weather expert?" No, I'm not the weather expert person, but it is very mild today on the Gold Coast. You know, it does feel like it's you know, about 19, 20 degrees, which is good. It's better than it being hot, because yesterday when it was very hot, that was a truck. That wasn't me. That was a truck that done that noise. Top of 40 degrees. Where are you that it's going to be that hot? Whereabouts are you? You must be in a different state than I am if it's going to be 40 degrees. Whoa, that is very hot. God and Bennett, I hope you got your air conditioning running, because no, that is very hot. If I'll just wait for this comment to see whereabouts this person is, one of my subscribers. 40 degrees is very, very hot. It does get hot here. We do get a lot of stormy weather. So that does happen here in Queensland. Like you do get stormy weather in like the rainy seasons are usually from like sometimes it starts in November, December, January, February. It goes for about 4 or 5 months sometimes. You can get a storm that will just roll in and it will be a real bad one. Sometimes a storm will just be like a rain cell and a bit of thunder, dump a bit of water, and that will be it. But sometimes we do get severe storms like we had in March this year. I don't know if people remember the storms we had on the Gold Coast here. It was really pretty bad. Like I didn't have power for nearly 3 or 4 days, and that was totally unbelievable. I couldn't post anything. I couldn't do live streaming. I didn't have any lights on in the house. I didn't, it was really, really unbelievable that 4 days without power. It was like, I guess it was like living in a different country, where those countries they don't have power. That's what it was like for 4 days without power. It was really, it really made me think of, what it would be like for people that haven't got power and how they must struggle. And some people are smart, but they get generators. So the generators, they power the, say with me, their house and whatever, which is a smart thing to do. But, you got to have the fuel to power it, and you got to keep the fuel around the house. And I don't agree with that, because if you get a house fire and you've got petrol that's in your house, you're stored in your house somewhere, like, for example, in the garage somewhere, and it goes up, you can take not only your house out, you can take your next door neighbour's house out. So, if you do get a compressor, guys, make sure it's an electric one. I know people are going to say, yeah, but what's the point of having an electric one? It runs on electricity. Well, that's a fair call. Get one of those power banks. If you get a power bank and sort of charge it to the compressor, I'm sure you'll be right. That is the rain, which is quite. It's funny how the rain is raining, right? And I'm here on the couch, right? And the couch is not even one bit wet. Not even one bit wet. Because they got the special awning here. They put up the front here, right? It's like a protection cover at the front here, and it sort of keeps everything sort of dry. So that means you can sit out in the rain and you can do live streams and stuff like that, which is really good. It's like a balcony sort of, well, I wouldn't call it a balcony. I call it entertainment area. You've got one here and there's one around the corner. But this is the one I do prefer because, I've got my little table here and stuff like that. And yeah, the table is, say with me, a table that I did buy when I had these chairs here. So they did come together from, I think it was Lifeline. I bought them a bit over a year ago now. I bought the set, and then I thought, well, I was sitting on that camp chair when I was out here, and I thought to myself, well, I usually sit out here for long periods of time, right? And I thought to myself, I need something more comfy. So, this little couch came, it was there, it was a reasonable price. And I thought, well, it's only for outside. I was going to only just test this couch out. If it lasted me 6 months, whatever, before it got mouldy or stuff like that, well, that was a different story. But no, she's done well. She's done well. She does need a good clean, a leather clean. I'll have to get on to that. But no, it's a really nice couch. It's comfy. It's not too lumpy. It's very nice, and it's the same colour as the one I got in the van too. So they're both the same colour couches. That one's a beige. This one is a beige. And before people ask me, did you choose that beige couch on purpose, Pete? No, I didn't choose the beige couch on purpose. I was trying to measure in my head how big the area was I was going to put the couch on, and how low I wanted the couch sort of thing to put it underneath here. And there was this one and there was a blue couch, but the blue couch was sort of fabric. And I thought to myself, well, if I buy a fabric couch, yeah, sooner or later that's probably going to break, and it's going to get all broken and stuff like that. So I thought to myself, I think this couch here is better for me, and it was. This couch here has sort of done me well so far. So I'm very, very happy with this couch. It's a good couch. Most people are thinking, Pete, what is your plan for today? Today I'm sort of winging it. Today is a sort of, I don't know, it's a day I didn't plan that well. I sort of didn't plan it that well. I mean, I've got plans, yes. I'd have to card it this one out. Yeah, I have got plans and that. The weather is turned for the worse, but I mean, like we had that scorching hot day yesterday, right? And that was a corker of a day yesterday. Today is a totally different day. Today is the sort of day you think, well, what happened to the other days? Where did they go? Because we had a week of hot weather. I mean, I'm in really hot weather. And, don't get me wrong, we do need the rain, don't get me wrong. Because most people say, but don't you need the rain on the Gold Coast there, Pete? We do need the rain, and luckily the rain is here. It saves people watering the garden, I guess. And it is good to hear the rain. I like hearing the rain, dripping off of the ornament here. It's soothing to sit down and listen to the rain, and it makes you feel peaceful. Let's put it this way. Even the dog is very, very calm, and he's very happy. He's not jumping around or doing the things that he does to get himself in mischief. So he's really calm. Unfortunately, he can't go to the doggy park because the doggy park will be too wet to go to the doggy park, unfortunately. But I'm sure the doggy park will be getting a nice watering in the grass, which will be good for the grass over at the doggy park there. It is a bit of a downer when it rains because you can't take your pets out. That is the only thing, because when it rains, it really does rain. And as you can remember, last time it did rain, I was out in the rain for quite a bit. With the dog taking him here, taking them there. And as you guys know, I did end up with a bit of a head cold, and it did make it hard for me to go to the doggy training. And I don't want that to happen, because tomorrow I have to go doggy training with Butch, because he's resumed his doggy training. So I will be going back for Butch's doggy training. So I am looking forward to taking Butch back for his doggy training, and for him to learn a couple of more skills. He has learned a hell of a lot from his doggy training. He's really, sometimes he does do wheeze in the house and stuff like that. That's still part of who he is. I don't think we'll ever sort of get him out of that habit. He will always sort of do those things. But no, he is getting better. He sort of, he comes when you call him to his name. He'll sleep all night with you. He only goes toilet when I get up to go to my toilet. I'll get up in the morning and I'll put the light on, and he'll know he's getting ready to go to the toilet. I'll get ready as well, and he'll go to the toilet too. But apart from that, he basically stays on the bed till I'm ready to get up. and I know when I'm going to go toilet because I'll say to Butch, stay. And when I say stay, he knows, oh well, he's getting ready to go to the toilet. I'll wait for the light to go on. And sorry guys, I was up at 3 o'clock. And he'll say, okay then, I'll go, and people ask me, why were you up at 3 o'clock, Pete? I was downloading the videos for the channel. I had a lot of videos that I wanted to upload from my channel here. So I uploaded a ton of videos for the channel that had to be loaded. I will be filming again today. Hopefully tomorrow we will get the new camera stand. It's just the camera stand that was a bit iffy. So we had to get a new camera stand. People want to know what else is going on, Pete. My father's got a doctor's appointment on Thursday for a checkup and to meet the new doctor. I managed to get him and Mum into my doctor, Dr. Merrin. He's a very nice doctor. Heron. He's a very good doctor. He agreed to take family on. So yeah, we're pleased that we've got a new doctor. I know Mum likes her old doctor and stuff like that. Mum's not one that likes going to doctors. She gets very, not scared, but she only really likes to go to doctors when she really has to. If she doesn't have to go to a doctor, then, you know, of course she won't go to a doctor. But, yeah, sometimes you do have to go to doctors for a checkup and see what's wrong with you and stuff like that. And, you know, some people do take this for granted, that they think, oh, well, no, I only go to the doctor when I'm sick. And sometimes, yeah, it doesn't work out that way. You do, you know, I'm meant to go for a blood test. I'm overdue for a blood test. You know, I am a bit stubborn like that. I don't really like going to the doctors for a blood test on my own, especially, you know, when I know the place opens about, say, 8 o'clock and I've got to go for a blood test. It's hard when you're a diabetic to go for a blood test and you're not allowed to eat anything for, you know, the morning you have to go for that blood test. Because at the end of the day too, if you go for a blood test and you get a bit woozy or something, it's sort of no good. It's hard. It'd be good if someone that does blood tests can come to your house and just say, oh yeah, okay, I'll come to the village there and I'll do you a blood test. You don't have to worry about going anywhere. We'll do you a blood test, just sign this and that'll be right. That would be a good thing to do. I reckon that's what they need to start up, is for, you know, people to come to your house and do a blood test for you. So then you don't have to worry about driving to the blood test centre when you know, when your sugar's probably low or something like that. Because let's face it, at the end of the day, sometimes you don't know if your sugar is low or if it's high when you can't have anything to eat for breakfast in the morning, and it makes it very hard. So there is that too. And yes, that is the rain that you guys can hear out here. It's been raining since 4 o'clock, and that's, yeah, 4 o'clock this morning it started. It was about 3:30, no, tell a lie, 3 o'clock it started, but I was outside. I took Butch outside to go toilet, because I said to him, do you want to go toilet, Butch? It's going to rain out here. So if you are going to go toilet, you know, you better hurry up. And he looked at me and, you know, didn't really want to go to do his toilet. And I encouraged him. I said, come on fella, you've got to go toilet. I know it's raining, but there's nothing I can do about that. So I did sort of stand out with him and go toilet and stuff like that with him. He went to the toilet, not me. Just to clarify that before people say, what, you went to the toilet, not the dog? No, the dog went to the toilet, not me. And yeah, he went to the toilet, he done what he had to do, and, you know, he came back inside, and yeah, he was very, very, and now it's raining, so this is a good test. This is a really good test when it's raining, because the ornament here is really good. It doesn't let any rain in. I mean, Blue is getting maybe a splash on the front of him. I don't even think that. Yeah, in front of him, because he's parked out there. But because we're under here, Um, there's not much water coming here at all. I mean, it's over there, but it's hardly coming. It's hardly coming over here, which is great news. We're sort of protected under this area here. Someone's saying $7.50. No thanks. So we are pretty protective under here. Before people are worrying about me, oh, how is it under there, Pete? Is it okay under your awning? Oh, yes, it's fine over here, guys. Yes, it is really, really fine. Let me take the glasses off, hang on. No, I can't see any rain, guys. I mean, I can see it outside, but I can't see it in here. That's what I meant to say. I can see rain outside there, but I can't see it in here. So it looks like it is working pretty good. This canvas they put up the top here to stop the rain coming in. That's really, really cool. I'm really pleased about that. It is raining pretty heavy. Yeah, it really is. It's raining pretty heavy out here, guys, actually. And luckily I have got a door here to get in and out of. And people are wondering, how are you going to get inside, Pete? Easy. There is a door here that I go in and out of, in case I want to go toilet and that. But basically the dog is sitting here, so I don't want to disturb him till I need to, because if I disturb him, then he's going to get up and then he wants to play, and I particularly don't want to run around in the rain because it's very slippery and I don't want to end up having to put my knee out or anything, so I want to be very careful. I always am careful when it's raining, guys. I don't take risks in the rain, like doing crazy stuff. But it is so good just to have the rain. Raining today, Pete. It is bloody raining today. David, it is. Hey, David, it is raining today. It is really, really raining. Which is good for a change, because people don't have to water their gardens, like I said. And I like sitting here doing the live stream, and the tennis is behind me. If you can hear that flashing, you think, you got thunderstorms as well there, boy. No, I haven't got thunderstorms. My smart TV has got the tennis on. Reason being, when I go back inside later on, whatever, it keeps the TV going. So if I quickly want to watch something, I don't have to restart the TV. I don't have to go through the program of getting the TV started and doing all that, because the TV's already up and running. So that's why the TV's on. Yeah, we are getting a bit of rain today, guys. Look at that. She's really coming down. Jeez Louise. That is really coming down, guys. Usually when we get rain here in Ashmore, where I am, where we used to live in Labrador, there was a few floods. Sometimes here, when you get multiple rain here, right, you have like traffic lights go out and stuff like that, and then again it does make it hard for people to drive in traffic, because traffic lights go out and chaos, is on the roads, because then people have got to watch out for what they're doing, but they don't get into situations that they can't handle. Because sometimes you get police that say, and that's another thing I want to bring up with, with everyone that's learning how to drive. Because a lot of people, don't forget, they do have trouble with their driving and stuff like that. You've got to also learn about that. When a policeman goes like that to you, or goes and stuff like that, means stop, come, turn. That's what that means. Because a lot of people that get their learner's permits that are not that capable of driving a motor vehicle will not understand what those signs mean. and I think it's important that they do learn those signs before they do go out on the road and cause mayhem, which does happen. And it is, yeah, it is slippery. It is very slippery on the roads. I usually try, say, to avoid driving in the wet weather. But sometimes if it's something you have to go out for or something, well, that's a different story. And it has been raining for, you know, a good 4 or 5 hours now. Which is good because it's testing the ornament thing out here. Whoop. That's a bit of thunder starting too, guys. There is thunder now starting. You know what they say, thunder down under. It is a bit of thunder now starting, just to let people know what's going on. It is like really teeming down. Really, really teeming down. If you can see the rain, it's really teeming down. Look at that. It's raining, isn't it, Butch? You know, you need those things here, your eyes things done too, Butch. God, it is lovely, but it is very lovely just to sit out here in the peaceful rain and, you know, take it all in. What? You want to go in? Or hang on, guys. I'm just going to go toilet and I'll be back in a minute. Rog, where you going? Coming out the store or what? You coming or what? Oh, come on, you want to come or not? You coming or you going to stay there? Well, you stay there then if you don't want to come out. Here we go. I'm back. Sorry, I went out. I came out this door here, and got a snack pack. So I did come out that door. I thought it was easier to come out that door than it was coming out the other door where I'm going to get wet. And as you can see, I've already got my glasses wet. So I am here. I came out the other door, guys. These glasses are still a bit wet, aren't they? That's okay. Yeah, we are getting a bit of rain, geez. Dog knows I'm out here. It's not stupid. The dog won't go the other way because it knows it's raining on the other side, and he thinks, oh well, I don't want to go out that way. I'm going to get me paws wet if I go out there, so I'll come out this way here. It is raining. Really is. Look at that. I reckon the roads are going to be soaking wet. Jeez Louise. Oh no, really wet. I can hear the cars going on the road, right, guys, and it's very, very wet and very, very slippery. I mean, jeez. Not good times. I don't mind, look, don't get me wrong, I don't mind if it's a Saturday or Sunday when no one's around and it rains, well, that's okay. It can rain all night and all day because I won't go out then. But it's only the days that when I do go out, I don't like it to rain. A lot of people think, geez, you're a character. You're a character, boy. I try to be a character. I try to be him using, I try to be all the good stuff. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, as you guys know. Anyway, guys, I'm going to head over to TikTok. Because I do an hour there and I do an hour